New at 6 from the ABC 7 News I-Team, San Mateo County Superior Court judges are raising concerns about their personal safety after several incidents of deputies who should be watching potentially dangerous criminals, of course, falling asleep or otherwise failing to do their jobs.
Yeah, the I-Team has obtained correspondence between the judges and the sheriff who oversees the court deputies. And Dan Noyes is here with the story tonight. Dan.
Well, Dan, it gets worse. A deputy makes the mistake of escorting a female inmate with 3 males and turns his back while she is sexually assaulted in an elevator.
The sharp exchange of letters and emails between presiding Judge Stephanie Garrett, Judge Elizabeth Lee, and Sheriff Christina Corpus from December is now coming to light after a public records request. The judges expressed concern for frequent lapses in security protocols, causing the potential for serious harm to other judges, court staff, attorneys, litigants, and the public. The judges declined my request for an interview, but I spoke with longtime District Attorney Steve Wagstaff.
How unusual is that for a presiding judge and then the judge actually to send a letter to the sheriff over concerns for deputies?
I've been here 50 years. It's the first time I ever heard of it.
The judges list several instances of armed deputies falling asleep in court when they were supposed to be monitoring murder defendants. Jurors complaining the bailiffs were on their phones playing games and doing internet searches during trial. An unshackled murder defendant in plain clothes allowed to wander the back hallway near the judge's chambers.
Somebody charged with homicide, unshackled, wandering around in the back. That's a major cause for concern.
The most shocking of all, a deputy ignoring protocol, escorting 3 male inmates and a female back to jail from court. The judges said he kept his back turned long enough for the woman to be raped twice in an elevator.
That deputy was horrible in what he failed to do.
We did release him immediately because of the egregiousness of, his lapse in judgment.
Christina Corpus says she's been beefing up court staff, hired 182 sworn employees in the past 2 years, many of them from other police and sheriff's departments, and that she responded quickly to the judge's letter by ordering new training.
I took immediate action and, went back to the lieutenant and the captain to work directly with the judge, open the lines of communication so there's no lapses.
I wanted to get the union's response to these issues, so I stopped by the Deputy Sheriff's Association offices for an interview, but a spokesperson told me it's not going to happen. Sorry, they don't want to get involved in this. Not worth it.
The union has been funding the Vote for Measure A campaign that would allow the Board of Supervisors to fire the sheriff. Judge Garrett placed responsibility for the courthouse problems with Christina Corpus, writing, "We never had these problems of this magnitude until this past year."
I've worked in this office for 25 years, so I know when it's good and I know when it's bad. And so we have had bouts of different circumstances where our staffing levels are high or they're low. And so for it to be attributed just to me and my tenure, I don't think was I don't think that was a very fair statement.
Sheriff Corpus has filed for an injunction to stop the special election on Measure A. The hearing now exactly 2 weeks away, so we'll be watching.
Yeah, for sure. Of course. Thank you so much, Dan.